Jose Aldo, the taller man, by an inch. Volkanovski will enjoy a reach.
Gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC feather. 19 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet. Wales, Australia, presenting the number 4 Volkanovski. A mixed martial artist, holding a professional record. 28 wins, 4 out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Time UFC featherweight champion, Aldo Jr.
Mark Goddard, our referee for this one. The wait for tonight's winner could very well be next. Alexander Volkanovski is in black.
We haven't seen Aldo throw that low kick in a long time, and I think that is going to be one of the making this matchup.
Volkanovski smiling the whole time. Aldo just keeping the center, taking the center, not allowing Volkanovski.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872, had better wrestling, and as you saw in that feature there just now, he said,
Volkanovski's not biting on much.
Aldo's hands. October 2014 will go down as one of the best fights in UFC history.
Yeah. Tapping the legs, he's trying to get Aldo to react, to read how Aldo
needs to get Aldo going backwards. He's got to be the guy pressuring enough to take the damage to wear Aldo out.
The leg kicks, body strikes now from Aldo.
And I swear Volkanovski guys wake up in a moment once they tag each other.
Same thing though, right? Volkanovski's the one that's kind of doing a lot of the actions right now.
Career. Aldo seems to be in a pretty good focused groove here. I think the Aussies and the Canadians might respectfully disagree, but don't want to leave it.
Just the whole place goes crazy.
It's been Volkanovski to this point, though, that's landed the majority of the kicks. The inside
before Aldo does, and then Aldo can't throw his, and that's what's happened. The numbers
taking Aldo down against the side of the octagon on the leg has always proven to be, and then to get your takedowns later or beat him like Holloway did.
15 minutes max here in this one.
And Aldo said 15 minutes after.
Hand by Volkanovski at the end of the round.
If you're Volkanovski, you're happy with that round. Side leg kick. That was the story of the round. You can see the redness in the leg of Aldo, too. The majority of the round, it was Volkanovski going forward, throwing the kicks, and just
sees it's not easy.
You jabbing, we're going to roll our elbows up to stop that counter.
Yep.
Law. Dom, you seem to like what you heard out of one of those corners.
He was saying he's waiting too much, and his coach, Aldo's coach, just said that you got to go.
Right back to work, just touching the inside of Aldo's lead leg.
Longer. So now he follows up that kick with his hands, and that's what makes fighter.
And as such, starting to find a home for that right hand over the top. He was not going to be intimidated by the atmosphere nor the opponent.
Really well and smart.
Well, that's a big key, staying within yourself.
Of Aldo, they're not placed to this point, but in every explosion, you see how fast.
And then all of a sudden, he'll fake a hook, and the hook's not even looking to land. He's throwing.
Just needed the target in a blink. Not much in terms of leg kicks from Jose Aldo.
The lead leg, you can't throw the back leg.
Aldo's just kind of rolling. Oh, nice jab by Volkanovski.
2-1. I like how you can't just throw an empty jab when you're short. And now he's faking the right, throwing the jab after. Closer with the strikes.
Hold on. Can you see me? Yeah. Look at me, Jose. Stay here. Don't do it. No sports. If that happens again, no option but a point, okay? Oh, really? Please be careful.
Well handled by Goddard. I mean, you got to, with the eye poke and being able to separate them. And
clearly showed.
Good left hand and good counter right by Aldo. Volkanovski. Yep.
This is what Volkanovski does. Once he gets the side of the...
Do hurt.
They start to dead the leg.
Yep, that's big. Those are
right
big.
on the nerve. It's right.
Coach, Aldo's coach said you can't sit on the fence. Notice Aldo stays strong. You can't stay settled. So sits. It just allows Volkanovski to keep him there. He needs to be sliding his hips back. See, there's no pummel against the fence.
The overhook is it can be a good position.
That's our job, DC.
Man, 10 minutes of just Rio might just have some work to do in this third round.
Yeah, it feels like it. Feels like he's...
Agreed. 1-1 or 2-you. But it could be 1-1. Start hunting him down. He's going to protect his stomach.
So, do you want to?
Hold that, Brad. Right.
Well, Andre Pedernera's Stom about as
Dede knows that he's behind because of the coaching that he is, because of the coaching that he has. And maybe being down 2 rounds to nothing to Volkanovski might freak Aldo out.
They know the relationship that they titles. But on this night in Rio, I've seen many guys and women get their hands raised.
Volkanovski is at the distance strikes thrown and landed more than twice as Volkanovski getting away with a fence grab there. Crowd didn't like it.
He's effectively stumping Jose right now by keeping him against.
You got to think of fence work almost like being on. It's hard for people to control you. It's no different on the fence. You've got to be swiping your hip.
Now Aldo has to go to work. You know, he has that ability.
Nice head movement from Jose Aldo, but Volkanovski
knockout. And Volkanovski's willing to just work, miss, keep the offense eliminations, and start throwing body shots to the leg kick and things of that sort because he's waiting.
As Volkanovski tries to enter, especially when he changes to southpaw.
Now this third and final round, co-main event coming up next. Not much in terms of volume from Jose Aldo.
So tender, right? Being the #1 contender, even after he lost his belt to Conor, and then lost, it seems like on this night tonight, like just won, he's not really, the mind's telling it to respond.
To me, DC, it looks like Aldo's, the results look like he's just fighting to not lose.
Volkanovski fighting for a second underhook here, now controlling advantage statistically every step of the way.
He's just working. He's just working. Very, very difficult. You're going to have to work really, really hard the whole entire time.
You got to swipe your hips. You got to move. We're behind.
And
stay busy, gents. Thank you.
Starstruck. But right now, I'm not seeing him fight as I saw him fight in those last. Warren thinking when he walks to the middle and then he got his hand raised. Volkanovski got it done.
Perhaps he has done enough to get the nod. This fight replay brought to you by
Volkanovski was the big story of this fight early. You know, he's just sticking Volkanovski. But I think it was just a work rate that kid's position. I mean, the numbers are staggering in the...
Aldo, I mean, he just had to throw more. That's what it comes to. Highlight reel, body shots. I mean, just everything has looked like he won.
Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile. Get knockout coverage on
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Between 2 of the best featherweights in the world, and we certainly consider you as such. Overall thoughts on the fight tonight? My analysts, DC and Dom, felt like if...
Yeah, you know, definitely had to fight that fight. I wanted to land punches. That's what you wanted. Aldo, nothing but respect. You're a legend. Thank you. And now let's get to business. Hey, well, I'm next in on the same card in Australia. That'll be a cracker of a card. Let's make it happen.
Fazer feliz Dia das Mães para todas as mães do mundo. Eu sou o próximo a
a best friend and his partner who just asked, Kappa, what do you do? Thank you, Brazil.
Dos meus melhores amigos do mundo.
#1 contender, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
But to come into Rio and get a victory over Jose Aldo and may have solidified him as the next contender for Max Holloway.
To know in the UFC. These fight numbers brought net, as you see, these are the longest active win streaks in the